It is raining outside. It is raining outside. It is raining outside. Raining. It is raining outside. It is raining outside. It is raining out. Oh, hey. We're live. Cool. Although I have my doubts as to whether or not, on account of the weather or not, I will remain live. A strong gust of wing. Wind. Winging it on the breeze. Might knock me off of my connection here. Who knows? Who knows? I need to open up this tool I have. There we go. No. There we go. Tool opened. So, I've been working on this piece a little bit throughout the day, taking naps in between progress. Mind you, I haven't been taking naps for any particular reason regarding a lack of motivation or feeling overwhelmed. Rather, it's because I haven't eaten anything really at all since I don't know, Friday morning. Kind of don't have the motivation to eat. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how it works. That's just how it is, you know? Anyway, when I get like this, and I do be getting like this, what usually ends up happening is to deal with the hunger. The hunger! Isn't this the erase tool? Oh, I have it all the way down on 5, okay. To deal with the hunger. What I tend to do is I just nap. Because it's so much easier to do than eat. Sometimes. Don't ask me to explain myself. I cannot elaborate further. But yeah, if you're if you're going starving artist route, just don't forget to take naps. Because that's the easiest way to deal with being hungry. Just sleep it off, my dude. Sleep this away. As Cancer Bats would say in their hit song, Sleep This Away. I'm so tired. Sleep this away. You know, for a minute there, I completely forgot about Cancer Bats. It used to be my jam back in high school. And then I started working this job, or rather, I graduated and I stopped listening to Cancer Bats. What got me back into them is I remembered their song Death March. And this job, man, this job, let me tell you, this job, it necessitates listening to Death March. Just like how using the brush modification tool necessitates knowing where the fuck its option is, and yet for whatever reason, I never managed to hit it. Fascinating, huh? In my mind, what's going on right here, right? There's a little puzzle inside this room which unlocks a door to get into this chamber right here, where you get a little elevator platform that rises up. And you can hit a switch possibly, I don't know where the switch will be actually. Maybe it'll be this one, I don't know. A timed switch. Severe thunderstorm warning. Thanks. I'm kind of already aware of that. Maybe it'll be like a timed switch. I don't know, that'd be fucked up. I'm thinking about putting a timed switch right here. In theory. It's not like this is an actual game or anything, but theoretically, if this were a game, there'd have to be a time switch right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Timed switch. You come out through this door, you hit it, you run, you go up the platform. Maybe you go through this door, or maybe you go through this one. Maybe, you know, maybe the time switch unlocks this door. But there needs to be another one someplace to get this whole platform, including the stairs, to turn, so that way it can give you access to this building right here, or this portion of the maze because you can't go through this door for some reason. I didn't feel like making another locked door like this one right here or this one because I had already put in some effort to do this dark shadowy part, and I didn't want to like hire that. Thank you. This is a really big mess, but we're getting there slowly, surely, slowly and surely. Eventually, we'll get someplace with this. Where that place is, I don't quite know. All I know is we're trying to make it as glitchy as possible, which means eventually I'll start doing some weird things again. For the meantime, this is where we're at. So right now I'm kind of just recollecting my thoughts because I forget what I was doing before I took a break. Let's see here. I think I was over here. This stuff right here, this blurry, swirly area is kind of more like a temporary guide. So let's go ahead and select a few colors here and make it less blurry. Let's select that color again and just go darker. Select that color again. Shift to green. That looks about right. Color dynamic. Alright, where's this swirl at? Yeah. I know I'm going to be doing some weird things to this eventually. But for now, we're just doing the swirl. Starting with some of these little highlight looking spots. Then we'll work our way back down to the shadow. The shadows. The only problem with planning this stuff out as if it were a video game is because I don't actually make video games. So when I finish this piece and I release it to the wild, I kind of have this expectation that people use their imagination to explore my pieces here. The only problem with that is, you can't really tell people this is how it operates, so people might play it in ways that the artist did not intend, is what it is. Let's get this a little darker right here. And then I can just do the rest from memory, more or less. Doesn't need to be a perfect one-for-one thing going on. In fact, it probably would be better off. Yeah. Sounds like the storm is dying down out there a little bit. That's nice. Give me this one. Maybe one day I'll actually get around to making a real game. That day is not today. That day is not tomorrow either. I got too many ideas for games to really actually know where to start. Recently had an idea for a game that has aesthetics that would go really well with Electric Wizard's music, just stoner sludge metal in general. Switch that around. Is there a slightly darker tint around here? I just need something a little dark. Yeah, that'll do. Of all the pieces I should be working on, this is not one of them. And yet here we are. I got other pieces that I definitely should be bringing in, working on. Oh, that sounds nice. I should be out there watching that. I love to watch storms. They're so nice. Prodigious. Bring that color dynamic back in, because that'll give some tints of red. Now let's try and bring in tints of green again. Reduce that jitter a little bit. start incorporating some small, barely visible skull motif. Wouldn't be proper psychedelic art if I didn't do something like that. Is this another weather warning? Yes, it is. I'm trying to imagine what a game inspired by Electric Wizard would look like in my head. I don't want something that's like obvious, you know? Although at the same time, I always kind of have a problem with a lot of concept artists who kind of have that same mentality. I don't want it obvious. And they over-design everything because of it. So you get all these like maximalist designs, which they do because they want their design to be unique. After a while, though, it all kind of starts to blend together. None of it's really as unique as they thought it was. That's kind of a problem. Let's go ahead and shift this more up to like pink. Something gloomy, though. Maybe looking at the Witchfinder, Witchfinder, as a source material for most of the inspiration. very desaturated, very dark. Maybe a little bit like Nyx Umbra. Let's go ahead and bring this swirl down this way a little bit. There's some other areas that I wanted to work out a little bit. That's those areas. So I guess I need to bring it over there a little more. Oh. Bring. You know what would really work for an Electric Wizard inspired game? Or a game that uses Electric Wizard as its main source material as... Well, I wouldn't say main. But something with Solomon Kane. You don't really get too much media surrounding that guy. It's all Conan the Barbarian. Which is, you know, fair. Conan's pretty fucking badass. Where else? Over here? All along these walls? You don't really get too many games out there that have like that witch finder type character. With the Puritan hat. That's such a cool look. Here we go. I'm sure I can get rid of this guide now. No, I can't, because I still need to do the shadows. The shadows. Alright, now we can get rid of it. There we go. Try and blend it in a little bit more, so that way it's not just laying on top. I kind of want it to melt into these walls. Rather than just laying on top of it. There we go. That's starting to look like it's blending in a little better than it did prior. Man, I'm feeling like I'm having a little bit of deja vu. I feel like I was just here doing this exact thing some other time with that exact tone of music. Specifically trying to figure something that looked like this out. I don't know where that came from. That feeling. What did I do? I don't remember. Had to have been something. You know, I'm not gonna make that an open door. I think I'm gonna make that door this doorway. Closed door. I don't got enough of those going on over here right now. Let's not forget the switch. Maybe I'll incorporate it into these swirls here a little bit. The question is, do I do a switch like a button, or do I do it like a lever? Crystal ball? Crystal ball ain't a bad idea. I'll eventually figure out what the fuck this thing looks like. Something like that, maybe? Oh no. Where else did I want to do some of this stuff at? On the floor up there. 4 on the floor. Give me some more. Don't mind if I do. Have another. Enjoy. You got more at home? That's unfortunate. You're getting another anyway. You insist that I keep it? No. I shall do no such thing. You shall take it. You shall like it. No need to thank me. And please don't be so modest. Just accept it and walk away. Slowly, no sudden movements. It's watching you, you know. It's always watching. Don't ask who. By the time you find out, it'll be too late. Whisked away into a whole nother dimension. You're not afraid of the phase, are you? No. It's not a fae, I assure you. It's much worse. Didn't I tell you not to ask me questions? Just go. Enjoy. Enjoy your youth while you can. You don't have it anymore, that's regrettable. You know, there was a time where I would always say I never want to be young again. Too many restrictions. Hard to get anything done. People look down on you. But as I got older, I found out that people look down on you regardless. So it really doesn't make much of a difference, does it? you still can't get anything done. Because it's not really the age, it's the knowledge, the experience, which you can get as a young individual, young strapping lad. Strapping young lad, strapping young lad. You can get experience anywhere. Doing anything. It's also the money. Money helps. Coin. You need hard coin. If you find yourself incomplete by this stage, it's really hard to get it back together again, assuming you ever had it. Hard to pick that ball back up, get it rolling. Some would say it's impossible. And a lot of people want to point out, oh, he didn't get started until he was 30, till he was 40. Didn't make any progress until what? Until when? When will it be my turn? Patience, patience, patience. I've got nothing but patience. What are you talking about? Of course, it is a little bit my fault, and a lot of it my fault. It's mostly my own dumbass fault. Spent a lot of time pointing the finger, absolving myself of blame. And now I am here. I knew what had happened. I did nothing. I did absolutely fuck all. I wonder. I wonder. I think I'll leave it there for now. Take a brief break, and then come back and play some bully. Pick on some snooty rich kids who have their entire futures ahead of them and yet spend their time trying to take over a school that they are only at temporarily. Imagine trying to take over something that is temporary. That's crazy to me. I will never get over the insanity of that. I had an idea. I'll tell you about it later. I had an idea. I'll tell you about that later. I'm feeling some sort of way. Maybe a sort of way that would be enhanced by absorbing alcohol? Oh no. Vodka sounds nice right about now. Maybe 2 shots. Haven't decided. Man, now I kind of want to play Undead Nights. Undead Night sounds like a good time right about, sort of. I mean, it's not exactly the greatest game ever. It can be a little repetitive, but at the same time, it's such a underrated hidden gem on the PlayStation Portable. That game was what got me into black metal in the first place. That's how I found the split between Lightning Swords of Death and Valder. Spears Torrent by Valder is pretty fucking awesome. It was one of my all-time favorite tracks to listen to for a while there because it's got like such great atmosphere. There was this one time when I was in high school, I was hanging out with my friends in front of Harris Teeter, and there was this like crust punk looking dude who I guess was backpacking around, and he saw my guitar and he asked me, hey, let me play a little song there real quick. And he played something that was so much like Spears Torrent by Valder, because it starts off like really slow, melancholy, somber, atmospheric, and then he just starts shredding, and he starts growling, and it was fantastic. I loved it. Everyone else in my friend circle, they kind of, they were a little taken aback because we're Howard County kids, so you're not really, they're all bright and bubbly and innocent with their non-broken homes. Father figure and mother figure both there. The patriarch, the matriarch, both there. Not me, though. I'm a little unhinged. I was the friend in the circle that everyone thought might be a psychopath. Potential school shooter. But turns out they were all wrong. I was just autistic. Autistic and I don't want to say sheltered. Sheltered is the wrong word. Shelter is the word you apply to someone with helicopter parents. Withdrawn and chronically online, as we call them now. For a good reason, too. Well, not really much of a good reason. Honestly, it wasn't that great of a reason, because now that I think back to it, I did spend a lot of time outside, and could have spent even more. Probably should have spent even more. Oh well. Anyway, when you're that kind of person, you get into weird interests real quickly. Anyway, that was one of them. Relatively speaking, relative to the friend circle I had. Anyway, maybe I'll play Undead Night sometime for the stream. That time is not now. Let me go ahead and take a little screenshot here. and I'll be right back.